Hello students, I am Dr. Mrs. Wankhede from Department of Physics, KDK College of Engineering. Today I am going to deliver lecture on CRO. In this lecture, I will discuss about the function of 5 blocks of CRO. Okay. So first is CRO. That is, CRO is a cathode ray oscilloscope. It is very important device. It gives a visual display of shape of the signal being tested. It is used to display and measure electrical signals, AC/DC voltages, frequency of electrical signal, and phase difference between two electrical signals. This is the block diagram of CRO. There are 7 major blocks in the CRO, that is CRT, time-based circuit, trigger circuit, vertical circuit, horizontal circuit, low voltage power supply and high voltage power supply. Now we will discuss the function of each block. First we will discuss the function of vertical circuit. Unknown signal voltage which is to be tested is always applied to Y input. The vertical amplifier amplifies the signal to desired value so that we will get adequate deflection of the signal on the screen. Gain of vertical amplifier is calibrated by hold per division control knob, and vertical position of the beam is adjusted with the help of vertical position control knob. Next is, now we will discuss function of horizontal circuit. Voltage to X plate can be applied from either internal source or external source. When the switch is kept in external mode, that is EXT is shown in block diagram, then X plates are disconnected from the internal source and external signal is connected to the X plate through horizontal amplifier. When the switch is kept in INT position, INT means internal, then ramp voltage or time-based voltage produced by time-based circuit is applied to the horizontal amplifier, and horizontal position of the beam is adjusted with the help of horizontal position control knob. High voltage power supply, it supplies voltage of the order of 1600 to 2200 volts and provides power to CRT. Next is block number 5 is CRT. It is the heart of CRO. This is the sketch of CRT. It consists of 3 main parts: electron gun, deflection system, fluorescent screen. So electron gun contains several electrodes mounted at one end of the tube. So these several electrodes, they are shown in the figure, that sketch of that CRT. These electrodes are cathode, then control grid, and 3 anodes, A1, A2, A3. Anode A1 is accelerating, pre-accelerating anode, A2 is focusing anode, and A3 is accelerating anode. These all electrodes are connected by using base pins. Second part is deflection system, which consists of 2 pairs of plates, X and Y plates. And the third part is fluorescent screen, which consists of thin coating of phosphors deposited on the surface of curve of envelope, and the inner surface of both sides of CRT contains coating of graphite material, which is known as aqueduct coating. So, and shape of CRT is like a conical flask, and that CRT is mounted horizontally. So, main function of CRT is to generate visual display of input electrical signals on the fluorescent screen. Now we'll discuss in detail how each part of CRT works. So function of each part we'll discuss in next slide. The function of electron gun is to generate electron beam to focus it and also to accelerate it toward the fluorescent screen. Okay. So cathode emits the electron beam, and these two anodes focus them and uh, accelerate also electron beam toward the fluorescent screen. Okay. How the intensity and sharpness of the trace of electron beam on the screen are controlled. Now intensity of display depends on the number of electrons striking the screen. So grid voltage regulates the number of electrons coming out of the aperture. Hence, grid voltage regulates the intensity of the display. As shown in figure, grid is kept at highest negative potential. So when the grid is made maximum negative, that means it will allow the less number of electrons to flow through the grid aperture, so intensity will decrease. But if we decrease the grid voltage, that means grid is made less negative, then it will allow the more number of electrons to pass toward the screen, so the intensity of the electron beam will increase on the screen. Hence, control grid is used to control the intensity of luminous spot on the screen by varying its potential. Then how the sharpness and focusing is controlled. So grid G and anode A2 forms the first lens known as pre-focusing lens. Anode A2 and A3 forms the second lens called as focusing lens. So sharpness and focusing of the trace on the screen can be controlled by two lens system by varying the potentials on the anodes. Now deflection system, second part of CRT is deflection system. After emerging from the electron gun, a narrow and accelerated electron beam passes toward the fluorescent screen through deflection system. Now this deflection system consists of two pairs of metal plates aligned parallel to each other. These two pairs are perpendicular to each other and also to the axis of the CRT. These vertical deflecting plates are also called Y plates. When the potential difference is applied to these plates, uniform electric field is produced in vertical direction. Hence, these plates cause vertical deflection of electron beam. Then horizontal deflecting plates, in short form it is known as HDP. They are called X plates. When we apply potential difference between these plates, then uniform electric field is produced along horizontal direction. Hence these plates cause horizontal deflection of electron beam. So the deflection system deflects the electron beam horizontally as well as vertically. So how it deflects, that is shown in the diagrams given on next slide. So you see these are the two pairs of deflecting plates. UVDP means upper vertical deflecting plate and LVDP means lower vertical deflecting plate. These plates are mounted horizontally and electric field produced in between them is along vertical direction. So when electron beam passes through vertical deflecting plates, it will be deflected vertically along the screen. Similarly, X plates that is horizontal deflecting plates are mounted vertically. Okay. So the electric when potential difference is applied between these plates, electric field is produced horizontally between these two plates. So when electron beam passes through these plates, it will be deflected horizontally. Hence these plates are called horizontal deflecting plate. RHDP means right horizontal deflecting plate and LHDP means left horizontal deflecting plate. Okay. How the electron beam is deflected, that is shown in this figure. So in this figure, when UV upper vertical deflecting plate is positively charged, okay, then electron beam will be deflected towards UVDP. Okay. Now, similarly, similarly when AC signal voltage is applied to the vertical deflecting plates, then we will get the vertical trace of electron beam on the screen. And if AC signal voltage is applied to the X plates, then we will get horizontal trace on the fluorescent screen. Okay. Next is fluorescent screen. So what is the function of fluorescent screen, that we are going to discuss. The interior surface of circular front face is coated with thin layer of phosphor. This coating is made thin to allow the light to pass through the screen and view clearly from outside of the CRT. So the phosphor coating glows at the point where it is struck by the high energy electron beam. So the fluorescent screen makes the electron beam visible and display the signal on the screen. And last we will see the function of aqueduct coating. So this question is very important. It is always asked in the examination. Explain the function or role of aqueduct coating on the screen of CRT. So what is aqueduct coating? Aqueduct coating is the conducting coating of aqueous solution of graphite, which is used to complete the electrical circuit from screen to cathode. Okay. Its connection is shown in the diagram of CRT. The electrons striking the fluorescent screen, they not only cause emission of light but produce secondary emission of electrons. Because when electrons continuously strike the fluorescent screen gets heated and it emits the secondary electrons. These secondary electrons repel the electrons which are coming later. Hence, the intensity and brightness of the electron beam is affected. So these secondary electrons are attracted by the aqueduct coating, which is electrically connected with anode A3, okay. And so these electrons are returned to cathode through ground because it is connected to A3. Hence, aqueduct coating replenishes the cathode. Cathode also continuously emits the electron beam, so after some time it tends to become positively charged. So instead of emitting the electron beam, it also attracts the electron beam. Therefore, it is necessary to replenish the cathode. So that aqueduct coating replenishes the cathode by sending secondary electrons to the cathode again. Now it also avoids accumulation of electrons on the screen, so it maintains the brightness. Lecture we have discussed about the function of 5 blocks of CRO, that is vertical circuit, horizontal circuit, low voltage power supply, high voltage power supply and CRT. So in next lecture I will discuss the function of trigger circuit and time based circuit. Okay. that will be simple.